guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Mixed Results podcast. I'm Unexpected Results,
Kevin.
alongside with Mixed Gaming 190, Kevin and Nick. And today we've got Deceptic with us. How are
Hello,
you doing
sir.
today, Deceptic?
Brother, I am doing fantastic.
Well, we all know you by Deceptic, but what is your real name?
I'm Matt. I don't know if I think it might have been since last year, but I did a little intro and it's on socials, Deceptic, but my name is Matt.
Matt. Well, nice to meet you, Matt.
Now, Matt, we have a little inside joke that continues to carry along with each podcast, and we keep going with the similar pattern. But how old are you?
I am 34.
34.
And,
Yep.
I'm sure I'm going to stop counting after this.
But the running joke is Mixed is a baby.
Yeah, I'm the youngest out of everybody so far.
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm 34 as well. That's why I was wondering what your birthday was. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
not weird. That's awesome.
Nice.
Good generation to be.
hmm Well, Matt, where are you from?
My friend, I am from South King County, Washington, and I've been here for almost the sum total of 30 years, besides going to school in Virginia. So
What school did you go in Virginia?
I went to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia.
What did you study?
I studied nursing to begin with, and then I went for business, and then I started working because I got married.
That
How long
changed
have-
things.
How long have you been with your significant other?
This year will be 14 years of marriage, but we've been with each other since 2008.
Nice.
That's going back to high school, right?
Yeah, man. We were high school sweethearts.
Oh, that's so awesome. Honestly, in prep of this podcast, I did a little bit of social media creeping and saw some early pictures of you guys, and I was
There
like,
you go.
"Dang, she stole a hunk off the market right away." What was life like you growing up? Do you have any siblings? What kind of activities did you do as a kid growing up?
I have one sister, and we are really tight. Even though she's moved to Idaho now, we would camp a lot. We fit a lot of life into our childhood. Um, we did a lot of boating. We did a lot of motorcycles. We had a piece of property that's on the north side of town that I'm currently living in, that we would make motorcycle trails, four wheelers, and all that kind of stuff. And it was a fantastic childhood. I loved it. I mean, everybody's got their stuff, but I find it hard to complain.
Right. So you're a pretty active kid. You were out about exploring the wilderness, doing that kind of stuff mainly.
Yeah, I had to. It was the 90s. Besides 7 a.m. at Saturdays, it was, hey, get outside. All right, yeah, go.
The CW is on. I gotta go watch the CW.
Right, that's right.
CW.
Or Toonami. Yep.
Tsunami late at night. Yep. Things you won't understand, Mix. It's okay.
No. Next, on to the next question. We all see your videos and how of a hype man you are. What do you do outside of your content, though?
What I do, I am a full-time dad. And I've been a full-time dad since 2021 in June. So I am coming up on, what, years now, which is crazy. You blink and time goes by. But before that, I had done a multitude of different things. I have been a concrete laborer. I have been a delivery driver. I have also been a medical sales professional, and then I went into technology and was a networks and design professional for that.
Wow.
Jack of all trades, we may say.
Definitely a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Well, it seems like being a stay-at-home dad for quite some time. You've had to learn how to balance your time well. How do you balance your time as a creator and a father?
Good question. I don't. That's I've actually had to kind of reel things back. Last year, um, I don't know if you're familiar with ADHD, but the hyperfixation of ADHD is a real thing. And I found myself on TikTok a lot. And when you notice that things start to slip in real life, you're like, okay, time to like reel it back in. So I've done that in the last probably like 3 months, and it's been good. Um, but when I need to treat being a dad and a stay-at-home dad as a job, and it's the best, hardest job that I've ever had, but definitely something that you like need to focus on, or else there's dishes in the sink. This is happening, and oh no, we're potty training over here.
Be very careful. You lose sight or lose track of what's happening too. Sure.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Just for context, how many children do you have?
I have 4 children, 8 and under.
And all boys, correct?
All boys. It is WWE over here, baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
I'm I'm a house full of boys too, so I know exactly what it's like.
well, with your content, you are very known for your energy and your enthusiasm. How do you always keep that energy?
Brother, I don't know. I was made this way. I woke up one day, gained consciousness and self awareness, and said, "Oh my gosh, this is who I'm going to be for the rest of my life." um, I just I've always been an encourager. It's always just who I've been, and that has like kind of translated out into like energy because there's a lot of yuck in the world, and I would rather bring positivity and energy to people when they're like, it can be abrasive sometimes, and I apologize for that, but that's what you see is what you get.
So this is really you just 24/7, most of the time you trying to consciously reel it back in times because you have the awareness now that yeah, you're a pretty enthusiastic person, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah. That's I'll go ask my wife, and she'll be like, no, 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 that's who he is. That's who he is.
It's a quality of yours I admire highly. And
Right.
it's pretty apparent that that is you all the time. But someone who may struggle with that enthusiasm and expressing it the way you do, what would be some tips for people to be more enthusiastic in their day-to-day life?
Yep.
I think that people are intrinsically want to do good. And when people see that people are their true selves, I think that people can really appreciate that. So when someone is struggling or thinking that they're like, oh, like I need to reel this in, or like a joke is going to be like taken the wrong way, like yourself, yourself. Like life is too short not to be.
I appreciate that. Like I've stated before, you've encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone with your content, and your personality, with like me throwing on the oppa costume and being on, like, creators like you have encouraged me to be like that a little bit more. People who may not know me as personal would be like, huh, that's a little odd. Like when I show, like, not like my close friends, but so friends, my content,
Yeah.
they're like, really, you do that? And I show my brother, and my brother's like, that, yep, that's you. So
Yep, there you go.
so yeah, everybody should probably be themselves a little bit more and not be so afraid of it.
Very true.
You originally were headlined and faced by an animated night, and you still have the wonderful depiction of it. But what made you want to transition from the animated knight character to putting yourself more on camera?
When I first started TikTok, obviously that's a undertaking in and of itself. You're putting yourself out there. You're put. It's a vulnerable situation. So I started with an idea for a character, and made a design and like came up with it and started doing a little bit like of the faceless, just because everybody has those tendencies. They want to like be reserved. They want to like not put themselves out. What if XYZ, like what if somebody comments something bad or whatnot? And I mean, that's always going to happen. But at one point, I was like, people connect with people. They don't connect with like a faceless deal. There's a lot of people that, follow and engage with that kind of content, but I wanted it to just be me.
Very cool.
That's
I
very true.
really loved it, but
Mhm.
also love the fact that you did put it down and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I've started to do the same. I started with my logo at the very beginning, faceless videos, and then I started to get out of my comfort shell and trying to do more videos of myself. Because, like you said, if you should show your energy and don't care really about other people and what they say, like be you. So
For sure.
work on it.
I love it.
Um.
And it's
Oh, go ahead.
I think it's I think it's also funny that I talk to a lot of newer creators or creators who don't put as much content out, for the reason of, I'm not comfortable with putting my face on camera, and they're like, how do you feel like so confident in doing it? It's like, I don't. Like, I just I just started putting myself out there, and eventually, people enjoyed me for who I was, and I didn't have to hide behind, um, you know, just a voice behind the screen.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great feeling.
Hmm. Is there any content you haven't done that you would like to do? Anything other than like Magic the Gathering and Parents' Life? Maybe Pokemon, Naruto?
I do love Pokemon. I do love anime. A little while back, I went live. I don't have much time. That's kind of my like weakness. Is like the time that I get is from 8:30 to 9 to like 12 o'clock, and I don't know if you've been up at 4:30 to 9 o'clock, and then you're like, I need to sleep. But I would love to stream more. I would love to like do a Nuzlocke on Pokemon. There's times where I associate like the magic with the anime or magic with parenting XYZ, but that's it. Really is just I do daily life, and then the ideas punch me in the face, and then I write those ideas down, and then I do them later.
I remember joining one of your lives and you were showing off the new pet. I don't remember what they were, but they were new cards, and I remember we fascinated on the texture and the foiling of it. I can't remember what cards they were again, but
They were the Naruto cards.
right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, those were a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, those were sick.
Yep.
I never even watched Naruto. My brother uh, made me feel terrible about watching it in dub, so I never watched it.
Oh no.
He said, "You're watching it in dub? This sounds so ridiculous. You have to watch it in sub." Anytime I had it on, he's like, sounds so stupid."
It is better. Everything's better in sub, but there are some dubs that you're like, yeah, I just want to just relax and just listen to it.
Yeah. If you're not parenting, playing Magic the Gathering, or making content, which doesn't sound like there isn't anything other than that, but if there was time for you to fit something in that you really enjoy in your life that isn't related to one of those things, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Currently, I have gone to Costco and I have purchased a new vacuum cleaner. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea. This vacuum cleaner is the best vacuum cleaner. I kid you not. It's got like a green light on it, so you see every speck and particle that's been currently. And my wife is like, I need you to slow down on the vacuum. It's so soul soothing. It's like a Japanese garden.
So those Zen things.
But other than that, I would say art and design. If I had time, I would want to like make more art. I would want to design more things in 2024. The mid of 2024 to the beginning of 2025, I was making a Pacific Northwest inspired Pokemon game um, using a program called GB Studio. I'm a really big fan of like the old style 8-bit and 16-bit, so I started playing around on that, and it gave me a huge appreciation for one game design and also pixel art. So I have many, many, many files in my Google Drive.
That's really cool. When you were streaming Pokemon one night, you had brought that up, and I think that's a really cool little what's the word? Easter egg about you.
Yeah,
Is that you've dabbled in game design.
it's math, man. Math is for blockers.
Is that what was the mental block in a lot of points of that was just the math and figuring all that out?
I feel like game design in and of itself is such a huge learning curve. It's I have one of my best friends works for Bungie, and he unfortunately is one of the guys on the back end of things because just gaming in general is such a crazy world to be in right now for a job. He's the guy that says, "Hey, if this goes out, who's the guy that like knows how to fix it? That guy. That he's the guy." So he's not going anywhere. But he's always told me like the more complicated and the better that things look, it's like where do you stop? Where do you draw the line in a game? Like you could make things look as photorealistic as possible, but also there's like such a charm to having simplicity.
I would agree to an extent. I think simplicity does have a charm. Like, I agree the older Pokemon style games, like I love those kind of graphics, but like at the same time, Minecraft game isn't my thing.
There you go.
So it's, I think it does have its own charm, and I understand why people do love it, but it's just that I'll pass on that one.
And to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll go into the vintage retro gaming arcades playing Pac-Man and what's the ball buster one. I used to play it all the time with the different you'd shoot the colored balls and it would blow them up. What was that game called? Do you know what I'm talking about? Deceptic? Mix doesn't.
Oh.
He's too
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna let you figure it out tonight at like 11 p.m.
Someone in the chat is screaming it at us, and I'll look back later and figure it out. But
yep.
Goodness. About gaming, and I know you play a little bit of Fortnite. I've seen you and want to play with Man on Mayhem, but what sparked your passion for gaming and all things nerdy?
This I'm not really sure, honestly. Lord of the Rings, maybe? I don't. Man, like the desire to be in like a fantasy, like something about that just like sparks curiosity. But I've always just been a nerd, and my wife will tell you that I'm the biggest nerd that you've in size and. But yeah, I don't really know where it started, but like I remember getting a yellow Pikachu edition for Christmas when I was a kid, and I just absolutely lost my mind. And reading the stories and everything was like, yeah, I'm a nerd for sure.
it was probably. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was just gonna ask: is your wife a nerd too? Would you consider her a nerd?
He doth like the fairies, my lord.
Fairies.
Yeah, she likes the fairies. The shadow
Now,
daddies.
I kind of relate how my nerdy fandom started just as like a normal 90s kid growing up cartoons and just continuing that into like adolescence and teenage and still having, you know, a interest in it but not completely full diving into it and then just having I mean, for me it was a re-immersion as an adult. I was just like, yeah, I just love this stuff. Who cares? I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
dice roller and a cardboard flicker all day.
Yep. And dude, it's fun.
Mhm. Mhm.
What are some of your favorite video games, or what is your favorite video game of all time?
I'll give you a few. Definitely Pokemon. No Man's Sky is like my comfort food for. It is the end of the day. I need to not think.
True.
I love No Man's Sky since day one. Put this in perspective. In the first 3 days of release of No Man's Sky, even in vanilla, I slept a grand total of 4 hours in 3 days. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. Yep. But Destiny, retro Pokemon games, Skyrim, Smash Bros. They're definitely some favorites.
Well, with all those video games, do you have a favorite video game memory?
I have two.
Mhm.
One is when my wife and I were dating. I invited her over, and somehow we organized a Smash Bros. Tournament.
Oh,
And somehow I was eliminated, and everyone else was eliminated, and it came down to my best friend's brother and my wife, and she was Kirby. And out of nowhere, she's just using the side hammer over B repeatedly, and I'm like, "You got this," and I'm like, "It's not looking good." And out of nowhere, he makes a mistake, rolls in, and she smashes him into oblivion. Everyone lost their minds. It was incredible.
Oh.
Oh, it was so good. Uh, the second, probably best, is recently, probably in the last like probably 5. It doesn't matter. My oldest son, of course, loves Pokemon, as any kid this age does. And I was like, okay, like let's start your first playthrough of something. And I had Pokemon Violet at the time. And he started that game, and I kid you not, his first encounter in a Pokemon video game ever was a shiny Lechonk. And I'm like, he's the chosen one. This is it. I'm like, I can't.
It has been written. It has been foretold, and it is
I
coming.
shook my windows with my voice. I could not believe it.
You just need to have them open every single pack of cards you ever get. Just be like,
Yes,
nope, you've got the touch.
yes.
We see your posters back there. I'm assuming I'm going to ask your favorite superhero, but first I want to say Marvel or DC. I think the
DC.
answer's behind us. Yeah.
DC. All day long.
And why is that? Who's your favorite superhero?
It's probably Batman with a Superman at a very close second. Um, I grew up with the Justice League animated series. I grew up with the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, and they really just captured me more so than the Marvel. I didn't watch the Marvel as much, but I still engaged in it and the comic book stuff like that. But DC really just the Justice League. It's yes, yes.
I know Mixed is on your side with this one.
Yep.
Mix is also a DC guy.
Yep.
I'm very much not. I I've never been for some reason. I am a Marvel guy. It hurts my heart that you never got into the Marvel stuff like X-Men. Like, oh, Gambit's my favorite superhero of all time. But
There you go.
regardless of that, what made you? I know you said, Batman and Superman and Justice League in particular, but what about the comics in themselves and the TV shows really made you gravitate towards it?
what I love about DC is it feels like, especially the Justice League, like these guys, they could level a planet, right? Like these guys are gods, but are like trying to chase humanity, right? Like Superman's like, I'm just a Kansas boy. No, you're the most powerful being, and you're like immortal and blah blah. But something about that, just like wanting to like chase humanity and like the good intrinsic nature of like just doing the right thing for the right thing, you know, that really like resonated with.
Kind of feels more realistic compared to Marvel, in my opinion. Marvel's more like it's hard to explain, like happy, playful, kind of at the same. I don't know how to explain it. Marvel or
I mean, not some.
yeah, Marvel.
Mar
Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel, but DC also struggles with bringing out movies. I didn't read much about the comics, so I don't know much about
Cool.
that. But like,
Being a DC fan for the movies, you're not. You better
oh my
buckle up.
gosh,
See, here's my opinion on DC. You're either an alien or a super extraordinary dude. Like you're just an ordinary dude who does crazy things, or you're an alien.
Magic.
Who would win in a fight? Because you're a Batman first, Superman second, but most people don't have them 1-2. Who wins in a fight?
You need information. How much time do we got here?
Are you saying you need information because Batman needs prep time?
Yeah, he needs prep time.
Oh, go watch the Escape podcast with Rob Liefeld.
Nice.
Batman is prep time is the worst argument of all time.
It absolutely is. It's if it was just any day on the street, that's I forgot my kryptonite at home. Like,
I mean, it's just like in my head, it's like Batman always has prep time because that's what he does. Is he preps? It's like we don't need to clarify every argument about. Well, does Batman get 30 minutes of prep time?
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, Matt, if you could live in one game or movie universe, which one would it be and why?
It would be Transformers.
Transformers?
It would be Transformers. And my wife knows this well. If you ask my wife, if Optimus Prime showed up to my door and said, "I need you," that's it.
Gone,
That's
you're
all
gone.
I have to say. I'm gone. I gotta go.
Now, is this from the movies, or do you have like an obsession with Transformers we don't know about?
No, I love Transformers. That's pretty much anything Transformers. Yeah, that's man. Beast Wars as a kid was so cool. It's all the animated ones as well. And then they came out in what 07? 07 was the first one, and I love a Camaro. My dad had a '69 Camaro. I had a '97 Camaro, and then they redid the Camaro that year and put it into the movie, and I was like, okay, this.
Which one out of the movies was your favorite?
That's a tough one. Are they great? No. Do I want to see big robots fight each other? Yes. Probably the first one gives me the most nostalgia.
Yeah.
But if we're like talking like overall, I'd probably go with the '86.
It's did you ever? I know you mentioned the cartoons a little bit. Did you watch the cartoons a lot growing up?
Yes.
I don't remember them being on TV like much as a young kid, and I had like a somewhat like a surgence in my fandom of Transformers in my adolescent years, and I found it only being on at like 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. So I would wake up early before school at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning just to watch Transformers and fall asleep back on my couch.
I mean, that's dedication.
Well, it was like I'm like I said, I don't remember being able to consume it as much as like the other stuff we've talked about, growing up on cartoons. But I mean, I just was late on the Transformers thing, so that's why I was like, "Whoa, Transformers, really?"
Yeah, yeah.
If you could meet any celebrity and play or teach them magic, who would it be?
It would be Jake Johnson from New Girl. I don't know
Yeah.
if you are familiar. I've made a lot of New Girl magic content, XYZ. That show, I can watch that show or just put it on in the background. And there's what, 5 seasons? I forget how many seasons there are, but I still find new jokes just having it play in the background and vacuuming. I'm just like, wow. Jake Johnson would be an absolute hilarious time. I feel like it would just go. Memories would be made.
Explaining
Jake
him
Johnson
the
is
game
Schmidt,
would be
right?
fun too.
Jake Johnson is Nick.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Nick.
Okay, Nick's my
I
favorite.
give you cookie, you
Nick's
give
my
me
favorite.
cookie.
I give you cookie, you give me cookie.
Exactly. Yes.
Just explaining magic would, I think,
Oh,
would
absolutely.
confuse him so much.
The box of bills he has in his closet, I just had like way too much like at him hit a home moment for me. I was just like, oh no, like that's what Knicks do, I guess.
I constantly tell my wife, just because I resonate with Nick a lot, but I'm probably more of a Winston. Nick, there's an episode where he goes around and he like drills a hole through the roof of the entire building where it's like a giant pool of water, and it goes into the hole, and he just waits for it. And he goes, "It's fixed." I tell my wife that all the time. I'm like, "It's fixed. It's duct tape, but it's fixed."
I love that. Oh, that show is great.
That is. What with the community, and getting into more some serious stuff. What's a moment where community support genuinely surprised you?
I have two. In October, Domo Cardigato, our friend that we love, he is doing the like spotlight for the community, like people who are like engaging, who are encouraging, and like going above and beyond at XYZ. And the community voted me as a champion for that month, and I was dead shocked. I was at like what 800 or 500 followers or something like that, and I was like, out of everybody, like okay, like cool, but and then my birthday last year, like you guys really showed up and everybody made content. It was like happy birthday, like this is so great, cool. I was floored. I was like the community love was. I was feeling it, man.
Both of those were really awesome.
Okay.
I remember being asked to do that, and I was like, yes, of course I will. Like,
I was so thankful. I was like, I didn't ask for this. This is crazy. But and then I was like, who knows my birthday? Where can I find them?
I will find you. What is the best advice you have ever received?
I have two pieces of advice that have stuck with me for years. First one is from my dad, which is bring people solutions, not problems. And as easy as that is to say, that is a really difficult thing to do. Bring people solutions to problems because it might not be the solution that someone else has, but it is again, it's fixed. My dad always told me that. He was like, bring people solutions and not problems, and you will go far in life. I'm like, all right, cool. The other one was from my basketball coach, who always said, we used to sit in his truck He would take me home from practice, and he'd be like, hey, "How's this going?" He kind of like took over as a father figure because this year my dad will be gone for 20 years, which is
Oh,
crazy to say. But he really stepped in as like a father figure for me. Uh, he said, "Leave things better than when you find them." That goes for people, probably mostly, and that always resonated with me. It's like there's 8 billion people on this planet, and like if somebody is like treating you like garbage, okay, we're gonna move on to the next person because there's 700, 7,900,000,000, left. But that really resonated with me because there are some situations where it's harder to leave things better than when you find it. And I teach my kids that myself. I'm like, if we're in a store or something like that and something falls off the rack because they did it, I'm like, hey, leave it better when you found it. Or if it's a relationship or something like that, and sometimes that's really hard to do, but do your best to leave it better when you find it.
that's that's great. I mean, even when you're like when you're saying talking about with your kids, like I used to be a summer camp counselor, and we have a wide range, kids from all the way like fifth grade, fourth and fifth grade, up to kids going into their sophomore year of high school. And
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of saying all these things to these people, but I was able to work with some of the older kids, and we'd have like a little night recap and talk about our day. And it's like, hey guys, do you ever hear us like telling the little kids all the time, like, clean up a mess, make sure this place looks better than you've left it, than when you got there, like, make it look better, like, do that in your life. That's one kind of talk we would have every year, is like, all these little rules you're told as a kid, you kind of apply them right there and then in that current situation. But now that you're an adult, you can apply these simpler uh you know ideas to more aspects of your life. And
Yeah, things that might take a little bit of effort, but not like you're trying to climb Mount Everest, something like that. For instance, there's a skate park across from the street from my house, and teenagers are obviously there, and my kids play at that all the time. And while they play there, I go and pick up the garbage. So they're seeing me, with a baby on my back, like picking up the garbage, and they're like, "Okay, cool, thanks, Dad."
That's pretty cool.
no, I think it's really important to do stuff like that.
Mhm.
You may have made a little bit of a mess, but it's more important to leave situations better than you found them.
100%.
Agree. What's something you wish people asked you but never do?
How much money can I give you? No.
Such a dad,
Um,
such a dad.
um, I thought about this one. What can I pray for you for? And I know that like some people will be like, "Oh, that's like such a cheesy answer," but
It's not.
I do find myself on a daily basis, like when I'm scrolling TikTok or if I'm on Instagram or whatnot, like I've got relationships with you guys and I care about you guys. And when I see that, like, there have been a lot of people in the community who've had a lot of crazy things happen to them, even in the last year. And it's, how can I pray for you? And if I do, I don't know everybody's name, but you best know that I am praying for you guys by your username, even. And I'm just trying to send as many good vibes and encouragement your guys' way, even in the background.
I appreciate that.
I really do.
Hey, man.
And I think a lot of people sometimes get triggered by that word of prayer. As someone who is not religious myself, but I grew up with very religious people all around me.
Hmm.
Um, it's it's wishing the betterment for everybody, and
Yep.
whether or not you think it actually goes to anyone specifically, or is heard by anybody, it's the intention behind it. I was a high school basketball coach, and I started off as an assistant under my best friend, who was very religious, and his dad was also an assistant coach, who was the most religious man I've ever met. We pray before we drive anywhere in the car. We prayed before every basketball game. Like, it was anytime this man could find a moment for prayer, he took advantage of it. And one of the things after that year, my buddy left the program and I took over as head coach. And the first thing I did was I asked his dad to stay on. And
Nice.
we went into our first game and he pulled me out of the locker room before we went in and he goes, "Do you mind if I pray?" And I put my hand on his back and I said, "I wouldn't want it any other way."
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's not about what it personally means to you. It's the intention by the person who's doing it, and that is nothing but good intentions.
Yeah. Completely agree.
What is one thing you're interested that most people may not know?
It was probably the dabbling into game design. That gave me a huge appreciation for it, and yeah, every little thing, turning left, turning right, that's it's crazy. That was definitely a lot of fun. I love motorcycles, four wheelers, what have you there, and water sports as well. That's I love wakeboarding and slalom skiing. That is haven't been able to do it as much these days since all of my family have the village that they speak of when it takes a village to raise a family. It's feeling a lot like my wife and I, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But it's definitely been a lot less like out on the water and sand dunes and stuff like that these days.
Yeah. I bet.
I know the feeling about it, about the village getting a lot smaller lately.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not relying on it, but it'd
Yeah.
still be nice to
Right.
have that village.
Um.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
no, you're good.
Oh,
I was
go.
gonna say slalom ski. You're talking about water sports, not slalom skiing, or you're talking about the slalom water skis? Because you said water sports.
Yeah. Single
Okay,
ski on behind a boat. Yep.
it's really not popular down here in Southern California. I used to work at a Play It Again Sports, and my boss would be like, "Do not buy them, please. We will never sell these."
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's you guys. Even by you mixed isn't Lake Shasta and a couple other decent sized lakes out there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
we're not too far away from a bunch of lakes. Like our local lake here isn't like a tubing and swimming, boating, that kind of. It's just fishing. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's not common out here. So when you said slalom skiing, I was like snow. But then you said water sports, and I was like, wait,
What or who has been the biggest inspiration in your life?
I thought about this one, and the answer eventually, I thought of a few people, and they have been very incremental. My dad, my basketball coach, my mom, but it's my wife. My wife has been the biggest inspiration in my life. That is the most important choice that you can make in your life. Um, and, and boy, did I pick good. um, she, on a daily basis, pushes me to be better. She refocuses me. And if you live with someone who has ADHD, that's God bless you. She pushes me to love more, think more positively. She's like, "Hey, well, like, where's the negativity come from? Hey, you know what? You're right. You're right." And she brings me back to earth when my head gets a little too big. She's like, oh, "Okay, like, really, really."
That's great.
that's awesome. And just knowing a little bit about her and what she does for work and how demanding that is of a job, not only, you know, in the work, in the time, but how flexible she has to be, and the fact that she can do that for you sounds awesome.
It is. She is a superwoman, man. She is Wonder Woman for sure. It is humbling to know that like she's working as hard as she does for her family. I'm like, shoot, you just worked 48 hours in a 72-hour period or something like that, and you're gonna sleep for maybe 6 to 8 hours, and then be expected to function like a human being. Meanwhile, I'm like, it's you go sleep. I'm gonna clean the house, make the food, I'll do all the stuff. So it works for our current situation in life, and I'm super thankful. But everyone that's we were talking about Navy Cow, he was like, "Oh, you're a stay-at-home dad. I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad," and I'm like, "Brother, it is not all it's cracked up to be."
Well, you got to throw a couple more for Navy Cow too to balance in there on top of that, and then see what he thinks about that.
Yeah, right. That's oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know your wife does incredible things, but I think you also deserve your flowers. I think a lot of stay-at-home moms need to do deserve their flowers, but being a full-time parent, regardless of your situation, is not an easy task, and it's a very underappreciated task by people who aren't close with you. Like your wife, I'm sure, is very appreciative of it, but some people may look at it as like, well, he's not working. But that is, like you said, one of the most, it's the best job, but the hardest job at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Best hardest job I've ever had. That's and there's kind of the double standard, just like what I've noticed. Say I go out into the world. Heaven forbid that I go out into the world. If I'm in Walmart or something like that, and I have 4 kids with me, like 4 boys with me, that's the question, or the answer is always 4 boys. Like wow, you are doing incredible. You're an amazing dad. And I'm like, about all the moms out here, like
Yeah.
they are like they are in the trenches, man. And just a simple like going out of your way, even if you notice like, hey, like I appreciate the way that you handled that situation, because like your kid is freaking the out right now, and like you are holding it in until you get to the car.
I think it's also really important to tell parents, I've come from working, with kids, coaching, running after school programs, but telling parents that they're doing a good job parenting. It's like, your kid is very awesome, and I wanted to let you know, like, it seems like he has great parents at home, and makes me happy to see that. So,
That that's you can't do that. That's we would need to talk about something else. I'd agree. Yeah.
oh man, you are awesome, Deceptic. That's all of our questions we really have for you. Um, is there any questions you may have for us or any of the viewers out there in the live right now?
When are we going global? This is worldwide, right?
Global.
Worldwide, wide, wide.
Worldwide. Wide.
We're doing our best right now. Obviously, we ran into a couple technical difficulties start the stream, but we're balancing it out. I'm working on um, bettering my setup so I can hopefully not put all this technical workload on Mixed every week.
But we're working on it. We're working on some things. Got some projects, I should say. Um, yeah, it's a work in progress.
Yeah,
we did
you guys are doing great.
Thanks.
we did start our own page for
Okay.
the podcast on TikTok. We're gonna start working some streams in there so we can start doing the
We can chat.
actual. well, we we're we're getting things situated,
Yeah,
but we're slowly putting some of the highlight videos out there and stuff like that. But we need to work up some of the live permissions and get to the follower count so we can start just doing the podcast on there, and having a whole central place for it. So that's what our focus is right now, is getting the podcast into a central place.
Love it. It's a weekly podcast is a lot of fun. It's good stuff.
Well, it's also a bit challenging too to do a live podcast. I understand why a lot of people do pre-recorded ones and bank them ahead of time. So we might have to make some adjustments along the way, but I like having a live chat in here and having them be able to ask the questions that they want to ask you as well.
Speaking of, what you got, Navy Cow?
What's up, Targon? And then for all the viewers, I did just comment in the chat. So if you would like to go follow that page, once we get up to, like I said, a higher follower account, we'll try to go lives there instead of my account. So, yeah.
Stuff. I haven't been paying attention over here. I've been answering questions. And
no,
here you guys is beautiful. Oh, hey,
wow.
Here you go, Nick. Fat Jesus, he says Bubble Blaster.
Bubble Blaster.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it is. That is. Navy Kyle's question. I don't know if you want to address that or not.
You just wait.
The most fertile Magic player of all time.
It feels good. It feels really good.
Has anybody ever told you this, Matt, that you have a essence of Jim Carrey to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I was Dr. Robotnik for Halloween last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's I feel like the 2000s Grinch was like, oh, I'm going to take this and then implant it into my personality.
I love that.
I do want to say, and I thank you, Deceptic, for your energy. But I remember I did my monthly video of tell me you love Magic without telling me, and then somebody didn't even tag you, or somebody was talking to you about getting tagged, and then you immediately made the video and you knew exactly what you wanted to do.
Oh, it's like I said, the idea hits you. You either have to write it down or you make it immediately. I'm just gonna make it immediately.
Yeah.
I feel bad to this day. I threw an idea out to Deceptic of a collaboration video, and I wanted him to do all part, and he sent me all 3 parts done perfectly. And he's like, just choose the one that you want, and you let me know what you want to roll with. And I was like, whoa. He's like, dude, you don't understand. When the ADHD hits you, you fixate on it. You gotta do it.
Literally, you're like, okay, I've spent an hour doing this now. There's no turning back.
I still have those in my drafts. Drew and Ben 007 asks, favorite Gundam? I think I know. What was your Destiny main?
Oh, I think I was a gunslinger. And then I think it's been a minute. I think Barbatos or Death Scythe. Yeah, it might be Death Scythe. Because the only color that I wear is black.
I made a conscious decision not to put on a black shirt for the podcast today.
There you go. That's I literally wear having kids. It's the only color that you can like wear that you're like the slime that's on my shoulder. You can't see as well.
Slime on my shoulder.
10-month-olds, man.
Anybody else have any questions? I have a question while we're hanging out and waiting. What are your thoughts about pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza? Yeah, put that on there. Put that on there. Dude,
Good.
that's
I
okay.
am losing this battle.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Um, one of my best friends who I went to high school with, we played basketball, soccer, baseball, the whole thing. He owns a pizza joint in my town called Cascadia Pizza, and they are like starting to go West Coast all over the place. They have a pizza called the Lolo. If you guys ever come and visit, we need to get the Lolo and we need to eat it so that you can experience the Lolo. Pineapple, jalapenos, done. It's
No,
incredible.
it's not.
Fantastic.
Does not belong on it.
I
I
will
have
force feed you pizza.
I have an aversion to cooked fruit. Like cooked fruit for me is just like not a thing. But I just don't want my fruit on my pizza. Don't I don't want it cooked. I don't want it. And no, doesn't work for me.
Okay. I thought that I didn't like sushi for the longest time. You know what? I was wrong.
No, I still try things that I don't like. Like I will force myself like every year or so to be like I hate olives. I hate olives. Can't stand them. But every 6 months I eat an olive just to see. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Wait, you say every 6 months you eat an olive to see if it changes?
Yeah, to see if I like olives.
Okay.
Fat Jesus says, "Who is this almost clone of Deceptic? I'm missing a chest, baby." Oh, dude, you're so right.
Well, you missed it before. He was getting set up, and there was just a toddler trailing behind him, and then there was Spider Toddler for a little bit.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Do you live near us, Cardin Book Dragon? I'm down South King County, about as south far as you can go, brother.
Navy
Cascadia
wants to
Plains.
know how long the stash has been there.
Uh,
Is it since the Top Gun movie?
I don't know. I don't know. My dad had a magnificent stash, and just one day I shaved the beard, and I was like, "No, this is it. This is Pa. This is Pa life." So,
Ah,
yeah, Cascadia Pizza and Brewing, absolutely. It's a good old Mr. Buck who owns it. It's I was the older guy. We went to basketball camp together, and the only way that I remember his first experience with me is that he puked on his pillow when we got there.
It was a sleepaway camp, and he puked on his
And
pillow.
it was like a 5-day basketball camp in like 108 degree weather, and he's like having a heat stroke, puking on his pillow.
Oh
Now he makes pizza.
man, as a camp counselor, I have so many of those stories.
You're right.
Oh, they're so. Oh, that's great. We I took this one out just because it's usually a filler question. But what is your favorite snack and drink? Like if you're going to a gas station on a road trip, what are your like two, three grabs? Mm.
Alani, energy drink, sponsor me, please. I would save so much money, and I would make you so much money. I'm your perfect demographic. Hired dads.
You're dead.
Snack. Swedish fish for candy, but I'm not much of a candy guy. And then just chips and salsa. Give me chips and salsa, man. I don't care what it is. I will destroy it.
Wait, are you the guy who eats way too much chips and salsa at Chili's or at a Mexican food restaurant and then you can't finish a dinner? Or is there always room?
I'm the one where they're like, "We got to cut you off. We can't bring you another one. This is insane." Like if we put this in tortillas, you know what many tortillas that is?
well, it's complimentary.
I
Ooh,
found
Chad
two.
Fat Jesus has a good question. Serious question. In recent UB sets, least and most favorite, and why are both answers Spider Man?
That's man. I almost there was a post that was circulating on some of the other platforms and on TikTok that was showing Costco had their Spider-Man bundles for
Mm.
$10.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm like, that might be a viable price to pick it up at, like maybe. But the last time I went in and what was it? Command Post. He found the $12 Duskmorn bundles for $12, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that. Last time I went in and asked them that, they're like, "This is Costco, sir. Like nothing is $12." Like,
I think
fine.
I'm sure there's buildings where they send all their like non-sellable stuff from other buildings, and where it's so just dirt cheap.
Did you guys ever see? There was a post circulating that a guy applied to be a manager of Costco, and he was like, "So he got turned down because he kept asking questions like, "So the Pokemon drops, I get like first dibs on those, right?"
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna go in another direction.
Yeah.
That's
Seems like your
commitment there.
priorities are a little bit different there.
So funny. Issaquah 22. Hey, there you go. That's not
But
a
yeah,
bad
you didn't
price.
really give an answer technically,
Of my
but it's
least favorite
and
UV,
most favorite.
it is Spider-Man. It just left with it being Marvel. I expected so much more. I expected just it felt like Marvel and WotC had one meeting and that was it. And they just had to like rush everything out the door. And then they're like, okay, like we need a filler card. Guy in a chair. That's it. Guy in a chair.
Mhm.
That's the card. I'm like, no, no. That's do I like some of the cards in there? Yeah. Um, do I think that some of them are kind of slept on? Yeah. But as a whole, it just didn't leave the best feeling in
Yeah, I mean, I am not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I have a Cosmic Spider-Man deck that is 100% Spider-Man exclusive cards.
my mouth. Nick, Spider-Man's Marvel. What are we talking about here? We had a whole conversation about this.
Touche. Touche.
All I'll say is when they make a
Mm.
DC Magic set, I there is enough equity in my home.
Now, if you had control of the DC Universes Beyond set, how would you want them to release it?
Mm.
Like, do you want them to try to do just one exclusive, or do you want them to do like Marvel and spread them out? And how do you want them spread out?
I think I would just kind of want to be like one and done, just to kind of like for the collectability of it, like the Warhammer or the Warhammer precons. Like
Mhm.
I loved those, and I'm like slowly gathering singles from all of it because I'm finding that that's like the cheaper way to buy them currently. And
Me and you need to talk then.
maybe like a secret lair that has like a couple like or two or three different secret layers because there's different universes, right? There's different
Mhm.
planets. Like there's Earth 2, Earth 27, blah blah blah. I think that would be kind of fun for like this is a Earth 27 secret layer. This is Earth 2. But I think it would don't make it like a huge set. It would have if you go back in time, like the older sets didn't have 380 cards in it. It was like a smaller set, and like people looked favorably on those.
Now, you mentioned the Warhammer and kind of wanting to do it like that. Would you be satisfied if they did it like Warhammer, where there are new cards, but there's reskins of older, of, normal Magic cards, right? Um, and each commander deck is a member of the Justice League.
Yes, here. Let's. I mean, to a point, if I was making the set, that's just the easy way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
That's just like the we're gonna have a meeting about this, and we need to have like ideas that people are gonna be excited about. Like reprinting something that like gets somebody excited and then reskinning it. I think that's like it gets people excited. But if you're just doing like something that has been reprinted into oblivion and you're reskinning it, that's just the easiest answer, and it feels like a money grab, right? You're like, okay, again, Nick Miller, it's fixed. Like that's not what I would be here for. I've told a couple friends that I've tried making. I'm gonna bring up my Google Drive. I've tried making like my own DC Comics like themed set, and it would be like all original. Like I did Batman, I did that and stuff like that. I know it's hard to
That's
say,
cool.
but uh, it was like mechanically unique. And then Superman is obviously like the most powerful thing, so I had to make him crazy. And people when I showed them, they were like, "Oh, that's pretty overpowered, but not too overpowered." So I guess it like makes sense because it's Superman, right? Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
Superman's in. Yeah, but oh gosh, if I had control of that, it's... Where's Magic Attic? Is he in here?
I really like that. I like the new cards based off of the set, not reprints of other cards, because it makes it more personal. I feel like to the characters, if it's a new card based off of their abilities too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
See, I personally like if you do the commander route, like the commander decks, I really like the reskins like of Soul Rings and the arcane signets, like the alternate arts of the talismans were all really cool. Dark Ritual, I like the reprint of Dark Ritual and stuff like that. Um, but adding 20 or so new cards,
That's what
I
Warhammer
think would
got
be
really
cool.
excited about because
Yeah,
there were so many new cards in that set or in those
Mm-hmm.
commander decks. That's what made them a lot really popular.
and Deceptic, I have a lot of cards that I don't use from those commander decks, and I have all of them. So if you are looking for some, let me know which ones you're looking for.
That's exciting.
uh, Fat Jesus, aka my boy Chad, wants to know: do you play board games or any other TCGs?
I play the Pokemon TCG. I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. Board games. My kids are into Battleship right now. Kids are into Mario Life, Pokemon Monopoly. Uh, would I do
You're
more board games? Yes, but I don't.
you're a life and a Monopoly household.
Not by choice.
Mm.
my wife,
Oh.
my wife and I last Christmas, we got Mario Life and then Pokemon Monopoly. And when the boys opened that from Grandma and Grandpa, we were both like, "Yeah, oh
So
boy!"
you do not like Monopoly.
No.
Oh
I
man.
I will say the Pokemon Monopoly is much faster paced, and it's just simplified. And I'm like, "Oh look, I got a Pokemon. There you go."
That's not what I want in my Monopoly. I want my Monopoly to take 4 days, and I want to have friendships ruined over it.
No, no, ooh, no.
You ever seen those clips of the kids crying because they lost all the money playing Monopoly? Wow.
Yes, and you're like, yes, these are lessons well told. Just like Mario Kart, man. When my oldest is like, "Dad, I could beat you in Mario Kart," I'm like,
Bring it.
"Mhm."
Oh, it's my favorite thing. Every time I see my nephew, he like knows that I game, and he like will challenge me in some video game, and I will just dust him. And I'm like, "Oh, you got me in the Minecraft, kid. I hand you the Minecraft. He is a Minecraft expert, but no, let's. You want to beat me in Mario Kart? I will sandbag that race till the very last moment and red shell you and ruin all your hopes and dreams.
There you go. There you go.
CBD wants to spell table Monopoly.
Small table Monopoly.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tabletop Simulator does have Monopoly
Oh, I'm
Monopoly
sure.
on there.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go. I
actually,
did.
probably not because it's branded, right?
Tabletop Simulator? I don't think so.
No, Monopoly. Monopoly's owned by Hasbro, right?
Mhm.
So I don't think they could have it.
But how do they have Magic the Gathering?
Exactly.
You know what? You guys are smart. You know, there's a reason why there's another person as a co-host and a guest on this podcast, and not just me talking. Because stupid
Yeah.
stuff like that comes out of my mouth.
They say that miscommunication is the root of all conflict. So
I loved communication class in college. Everybody hated it.
it's like the most important thing out there. It's like you gotta live life. You gotta communicate.
You got to talk to people. What?
Yeah. It's these iPad kids these days.
Mm.
Did you bought the new pack of Teenage Ninja Turtle box yet?
No, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the income of a stay-at-home dad, but it's on the lower end. But I'm trying to go to, and I'll probably live stream Saturday if I can go. It'll be a two-headed giant that they put on.
That'll be fun.
You had a giant TMNT or Commander?
Two-headed giant pre-release.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
That'll be
So
cool.
we'll open our pre-release boxes. We get paired up, and then we build it together. And then
Do you share
go
the
at it.
pool?
I think so. I think so.
Oh, that would be disgusting. That'd be so
Yes,
much fun.
yes. It's so much fun. This is a question. My LGS is shameless plug, Cole Street Game Vault in Enumclaw, and they do a wonderful job. But they do like with each pre-release event, like if you go to a pre-release event, your name gets put into a hat. And the more pre-release events that you go to, there's four of them. Your hat, obviously your chances get better, but you have the chance of winning two full play booster boxes. And I'm like,
Wow.
that's what I've kind of gotten. I'm like, I thought that was kind of the gold standard for LGSs, but apparently that's not, because a lot of people I've talked to have been like, no, like we might be lucky if we get some packs. And I'm like,
So
they give
how
away
many
time.
for like a pre-release event? How many does your LGS do, and about how many people average for the turnouts?
It's close to 30 for each one. And it's, people come from XYZ place, but
Yeah.
as they've gotten to like their name get bigger and stuff like that, they do a Friday night, and then sometimes they do a 12 o'clock a.m. on Saturday. And then they do another one on Saturday and then a Sunday. So 4 and
So
4
they
typically.
so they at least do three, but sometimes add in a fourth.
Or it's typically almost always 4 now.
Okay, so that is very good for an LGS. That is like doing pretty well to the LGS standards. For example, my LGS, they do two events. They do a Friday night event and then a Saturday afternoon event. And Friday, I would say 30 is about average. They have sold out before on Friday nights, like for Final Fantasy, they sold out. Um, but Saturday, we're probably lucky to get 12.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I'm
most
like,
pre-releases, Avatar was big, but they only give you a pack per win, so match win, not game win. And if we have at least 12 participants, they buy pizza.
Oh,
All right.
So that's what it is. And it's like,
Dude.
there's no huge incentive to win. They give a few extra packs for, it's depending on how many show up, but they usually do top three, top five, get bonus packs.
Yeah, that's legit.
well,
But I have
Yeah.
heard LGS is doing the raffles and stuff like that, and that's so sick.
yeah.
I consider myself lucky. That's it. Magic 30th was that 2022, right?
30th
Wasn't it?
anniversary?
Yes. Was it 2022?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's when they had. There was when I first started playing Magic. One of my favorite cards was Colonian Hydra, and I had only been playing for like less than a year, and then they showed that Colonian Hydra was going to be like one of the promo cards that they were giving, but you had to win all three of your games at this event. And I'm like, dude, there's no way. There've gotten to be people that have like played for 25 years and have like a 10. There's a guy at my LGS. He talks about his $10,000 dragon deck, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna win. I somehow won it, and I was like, what the heck? Apparently I wanted it that bad.
Oh yeah. $10,000 dragon deck. Wow.
Dude, he's the nicest dude too. He's not just like one of those people that's just like, I have a $10,000 dragon deck.
Mm.
He's usually just like, yeah, lands are expensive.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
My LGS, they do that. They have the raffle. They do throughout every round. They pull out a raffle and it's either sleeves or a deck box, and then
That's cool.
winning, just playing the game, you get a pack just for playing and participating in the pre-release, and then first to fourth, I think, get extra packs. First, you can also get a playmat if you win, too.
Oh wow.
You get a playmat. Like one of my playmats that I have, I got it from winning at a pre-release. But then you also get like 6 to 8 packs, sleeves or a deck box. And yeah, it's a lot. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever? I know you don't. It's probably a time thing when you play Commander mainly. But have you ever played like standard events or anything like that? 60 card formats.
Yeah, I was just talking with Man and Mayhem about this the other day. I went to a Pioneer event.
Okay.
And I didn't know what I wanted to build. I didn't look at the meta. I was like, I'm going to take what I have in my collection and I'm going to put something together. And I made Gruul aggro. And the first person I versed was doing spirits. And I got my can rocked.
It's funny. Our store puts on the standard showdown event at the end of every set if Wizards of the Coast is promoting it. But they don't have a 60 card community at all. Like, there's nobody that comes and plays Modern, Pioneer, Standard, or anything. But they get the promos from Wizards of the Coast, so they promote it. So there's usually only 4 people that show up, and I'm one of those 4 people. And so we play a quick 3 rounds, and everybody's guaranteed the promo for the set, except for the person who wins it all gets the big promo. But
Yeah,
it's like
store
you just
championship.
it's like free free promos. It's like
That's
$5
so
to
cool.
enter. But I usually always do that and come up with some sick promos from it.
That's awesome.
But it's all of us. That's what we do. Is we're not in the meta of standard. We're just throwing together what we have in our collection and just trying to do the best with it. I made a green-white Spider-Man deck.
Mm.
There you go.
I had an infinite combo in there. It was pretty cool.
See, just what we were talking about. Fat Jesus, his Tiamat deck. That's a pretty penny. It's I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we've talked about his Tiamat deck, and it's mainly the Lance.
Absolutely, yes. Cocoa Skittles. What do you think about the Lorwyn Eclipse deck? Which one?
Yeah.
There are two. My absolute favorite single card in all of MTG. Hmm. Uh, it might be Colonian Hydra. I love the art. I love the ability. It gets removed immediately every single game. But if I get to play it, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
played it. Oh, dude. Card and Book Dragon's talking about the kettle. Oh, Card and Book Dragon. He knows.
Oh, he
No.
knows.
Dude, the kettle is like a breakfast spot here in my town. And they can put some food on a plate. And
Yeah.
I can put that plate of food in my belly.
In my belly.
You guys come up here. I'll teach you how to eat.
Oh, buddy, you know you don't have to worry about that with this guy over
Yes.
here.
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
I mean, if we're talking Lauren Eclipse decks, the -1 counters seems like a lot of fun. Great reprints. And the Elementals one seems like a ton of fun. Let me cheat out Elementals for close to nothing. And yeah, that's. Did you guys see? What was the event recently? It was a CEDH tournament where the guy went turn one, infinite Green Warden of Marasa, and just killed
oh
everybody. It was insane. Insane.
yeah, it's it was like it's the tree that allows you to play permanents for free, and you just play the bounce lands, and you just basically make infinite mana, and then you make infinite green wardens and win the game.
What?
He did it with. Oh gosh, he did it with the new Ashling.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Watching it happen, I was like, no, he's gonna get no, it's happening. Oh my gosh, absolutely crazy.
Ain't nobody teaching anybody
The half
eating.
plate is huge. The half plate is huge. Yeah, you're like, I'm just gonna get the half plate, and you're like, what's the full plate? And we're talking about the kettle. That's, I'm telling you, oh, now I'm hungry.
Dude,
That's
breakfast sounds good right now.
Oh, breakfast
I mean,
always sounds good.
breakfast. That's. I'm sure my kids are gonna like grow up and they're gonna be like, I'm actually not the biggest fan of breakfast because my dad made breakfast so much.
One of my favorite scenes from a TV show is from Parks and Rec. I want all the eggs and bacon you have.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, hold on. What I think you heard is I want a lot of eggs and bacon, but what I really want is all the eggs and bacon you have.
The little just that he does at the end. Direct quote, Ron Swanson.
Greatest.
If we're talking commander, casual or competitive, so my best friend who got me into Magic lives like 3 blocks away. Um, I think it's more if I'm playing in person, it's pretty casual. Just because like my buddy who works at Destiny, Bungie, he's not like into it like I am. So it's just like the end of the week, we're tired, like we just want to like hang out and have some good conversations and drinks and stuff like that. Casual. But do all of you make me want to play more competitive? Absolutely, yes. That's I have currently that's all of these are pretty much taken apart, and I need to just put them back together and like make some devious things.
It's playing against people, like hearing about all the decks everybody has here makes me want to be more competitive and build a better deck that can demolish everybody here. Like,
That's
you guys are so well versed in cards. Let me build a deck.
absolutely. What do they say? Like, you are who you play against, basically. Like, if you play against people that are playing like really competitive, you're gonna get more competitive. At college, I used to play. It was a D1 school, and I used to play basketball after class for 4 hours, and then lift for another 2 hours after that. Was in incredible shape at that time, but I was like went from an okay player to like a mediocre player.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about better shape and back in the day, don't act like you weren't doing baby squats earlier too, showing off you still got it. You're showing off you still got it.
That dad bod.
But I'll be sore tomorrow. That's no. We're trying to get rid of the dad bod. Summer is coming, not winter.
Chad and Fiddle. No, like Fiddle especially. We know. I'm not saying we play competitive. For me, it just seemed like how well a deck unexpected builds makes me want to build a better deck to beat him. It's not like he's trying to be competitive. It's just he's really good at building a deck. I want to build a better one. His Appa. I'm sick and tired of it. But I want to build a better deck.
It is. I do not like white. White is admittedly probably my least favorite color of all the colors, but I've been having so much fun with that deck, and to a lot of at Kevin's expense. So
Yep. What is your least favorite color, Matt? Mine is blue. I hate counterspelling. I feel it's dirty. I understand it's a good mechanic, but it's dirty.
Blue is my favorite color.
Well.
Ironically enough, the least amount that I play is green. Is it my least favorite? A white deck, a soldier deck that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's probably changed. I love the removal in white. It's probably red right now. It's if I can't aggro win with red, I just run out of gas, and then I just get frustrated, and then I just want to chuck it at the wall.
Well, red's also the most restricted color in what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
Most other colors have a variety of different ways of dealing with problems, where red has the least amount of flexibility.
Yeah, that makes sense. There have been some times where I want to like make other things artifacts and then just run a bunch of artifact removal. But the more that I see like competitive environments, I'm like, people aren't running that much removal. They're more just focusing on winning as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I think it's a balance. Like, you do need interaction, but removal isn't as good as responding on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I think CDH's focus is more responding on the stack and using and abusing the stack in every way you possibly can. But yeah, CDH is all about trying to find the best window for you to jam your win. I enjoy it from time to time, but I also find a lot of the play pretty linear. It's like, I really have, I mean, it's multiple ways to win, but it's essentially the same win. Same kind of win.
Yeah.
Where it's like, my bracket 3 deck, it can win in 5 different ways. Right, it's not going to get there fast or consistent, but
it's like, that's the one where you're part of the cards trying to top deck something.
Yeah. Too many times hard cards.
Yeah, that's kind of been my thing, is like, I would like to build a CEDH deck, and of course Man at Mayhem's pushing me to like do it because he's trying to like prep for a tournament, and I have some of the cards to do that, but it's just like learning the lines, and it's like, if you don't learn the lines, then you're just, treading big old ocean.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not just your lines. You have to know everybody's lines.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of Play to Win for CEH
Yeah.
content. They're great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. They definitely do a good job, like commentating it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like about like, okay, if I think of that, he's got this and that, and it really changes the way that you like think about even watching the gameplay. You're like, oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I like when they do like they're breaking the fourth wall or the whatever the third wall, and checking like, well, this is what I was thinking in this moment, and I probably should have done this because obviously he's showing that he can do this right now, and it's like if he does have interaction, then I can't interact with him on his turn when he tries to jam the win. So yeah,
Chess on steroids.
chess on steroids.
What do we got?
Night, Drew.
Buenas noches, senor. I think
I was
I'm
gonna say,
have to-
how are you doing? I know you're late as a father, and also mixed. It is later for you than it is for the both of us. So
Get it.
Hey, I've appreciated this. This has been a lot of fun. Like you said, just hanging out and just having good conversation on Thursday night. It's fantastic.
no, thank you for making the time. I know it's we didn't do it at our normal podcast time, but we really wanted to have this chance to talk to you and
I thought,
get to know you better and have the community get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for making the time for us.
yeah, man.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we thank you for everything you do for this community and your enthusiasm. And I get super excited whenever you join my live, and even if it's for just 5 minutes or something. That makes me feel special. So I appreciate
Yeah,
you,
man. Totally. That's so. The next time we see each other, we'll be in Convoke or something like that. So.
Exactly.
Heck
or
yeah.
Here when you visit.
We're here. We're here. Man. July, it's coming.
But thank you all for joining. We greatly appreciate it. We are going to end the live now. So thank you for being here and learning more about Deceptic, Matt. Go remember that we do now have our official TikTok. So please go follow it. It's Unexpected or Mixed Results Podcast. Please go follow it. We're trying to get to whatever the follower count is so we can start doing lives on that account. So please go check it out. We're going to be posting most of the videos there. Still our accounts as well, but there too. So thank you guys for joining. Greatly appreciate it, and have a great night.
Good night, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Later.